Ahem. Hello? Alrighty, so here we go. Tornado warnings out in Texas here. As you can tell, uh, wait 1 second. Let me just fix something real quick. Alrighty, there we go. So we are live for tornado warnings in Texas here. So we do have 2 tornado warnings as of right now. We have 2 tornado warnings. One of them down here near Texas City here. If we switch over to the high resolution velocity, as you can see, we have a very tight couplet here. This tight couplet, so green indicates winds moving towards the radar, so our radar is up to the north, so it's probably going to be like green moving winds towards the radar, and red and yellows are the winds moving away from the radar. So here we have our rotation couplet. It looks like that bigger tornado warning was just allowed to expire here. This is, if we look at the warning text, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Radar indicated moving east at 40 miles per hour. So let's click off the alerts here. Come on. There we go. Okay, so if we look at the storm track tool, let's draw us a path here. Make sure it is 30 miles per hour. Okay, there it is. Alright, 30 miles per hour. Moving along towards the south and east, somewhere around here. Alright, so let's take a look at the areas impacted. Anderson Ways, you will be seeing impacts in a matter of 17 minutes or so. I think that's all the areas impacted here. Yeah, Anderson Ways looks like it's the only one impacted here. There is a mesoscale discussion out, by the way, for the tornado watch in effect here. So as we take a look at that, let's unselect that there. So as we take a look at that tornado warning, there you go. So let's move up to the location up north that is currently under a tornado warning in near Shreveport, Louisiana. Yeah, that's in Louisiana. And we do have a little bit of rotation here. Winds moving away from the radar, winds moving towards the radar here. So the circulation couplet is likely somewhere in there on our velocity. And in fact, we could switch the reflectivity and see that it's likely somewhere in here as well. So that's pretty interesting to see here. We do have this mesoscale discussion, and let's see, watch likely 95% chance of a tornado watch here. So the mesoscale discussion there, pretty interesting. As we move down towards the middle section of line, not too much overall happening. As you can see, we don't have much happening here right now. If we switch over to velocity, you can see there are some stronger winds, and there may be some tornadic stuff going on up in here, this area. As we have the inflow here, inflow, outflow, and then this kind of area of interest here. That's pretty interesting there. We'll have to see how that plays out. We also have these little areas if I had to say, a tornado warning might be issued here soon near Burkeville, Texas. And then we have all these little areas of just friction along this line. Kirbyville, all this. Oh, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued just now. And does it have a? It has a tornado possible tag. I literally just said that something was probably going to be issued there. It was not a tornado warning, but it was something. So we do have this area of rotation here for all my viewers, whoever is in Texas here. That area of rotation. I see there is about four viewers right now. That's pretty good. This tornado warning here, I mean, it's starting to, the rotation is starting to get broad. As you can see, it's not really tight like it was. It's really broad. So then checking back down here on this tornado warning to see if a new scan has come in yet. There's the radar, okay. Oh, wow. That is actually something to keep an eye on. We have it's kind of becoming outflow driven, but we do see some inflow here. So we still could have a tornado here. I'm not sure. I don't think it's on the ground. I don't think that the tornado warning is on the ground. Let's see. Yeah, radar indicated it's not on the ground. So that's pretty crazy stuff going on right now down there in southern Texas. And so I might have to update this to be louder so that I can be louder on here. So anyways, we do have this newer tornado warning that I was just talking about here, or not tornado warning, excuse me, severe thunderstorm warning. We have a very strong outflow as well as somewhat of an inflow developing here. So we do have an area of circulation developing here along that area. I wouldn't be surprised if this area got some kind of warning there as well very soon. There's check in with the Lake Charles. Oh yeah, that has a pretty strong area of friction somewhere in here. This might be contamination. Let's see. Let's see right there. And then we have okay, that might not be contamination right there actually. That there might be some circulation here. We saw the bulging in the line here. And then we have the inflow here. So yep, a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued. Tornado possible? It does not say here. Remain alert for a possible tornado. So there is a tornado possible tag with it as well. That's funny. I just called two tornadic storms. So be aware if you're in these areas. Oh wow, what is going on? What happened? What happened here? Okay, that's some pretty strong wind there. If we take a look at that, that's in the 60s miles per hour. Very, very strong winds there as well. And then we do have a little bit of an inflow developing here. So we could possibly have a tornado here. So take shelter near Kirbyville. I believe that is in Texas. And it's in Louisiana. Okay. So I think I'm just going to turn off these cyclone port things. Okay, that cleans up the map a lot. So we do have this near Kirbyville, Louisiana, I believe. It is Louisiana, I do think. Yeah, just right over. It might be right on the line of Louisiana and Texas somewhere. So Kirbyville, watch out, as well as areas downstream like Bonware. It's really rural, and then Maryville. So very, very rural areas, to say the least. And you can kind of see why they put this mesoscale discussion out now. I think this area near, let's see, this might Yeah, that already has a tornado possible tag on it. And let's see what's going on down here near Corpus Christi. I don't think much has changed. Checking back in over here on the tornado warning near Texas City here. The rotation is starting to broaden out here. The wind's going towards the radar and the wind's going away from the radar here. Let's see, where is the radar site again? Oh yeah, it's up north here. So the wind's going away from the radar site and the wind's going towards the radar site here. It's starting to weaken and broaden out, and that's a good sign. Less tornadic circulation, as you can see going on. So less tornadic circulation. Okay, checking back in here on this rotation here. We still have it, unfortunately. This is the one near Burkeville. And then the one near Kirbyville. It's starting to weaken out here. It's starting to get a lot weaker, as we see there. The Lake Charles radar site. Let me go back to the Lake Charles radar site. The Lake Charles radar site is probably, let's see. That may not be, oh, it is the closest radar site. All right. So the Lake Charles radar site showing some nice rotation here. In fact, with the new scan, we do have this area of rotation still developing. We do have this area near Buna, Texas. I believe that is in Texas, or maybe it's in Louisiana. I cannot tell. Oh yeah, this is definitely in Louisiana, I think. Wait, where is Louisiana and what's not? Okay, this might be Texas here. Okay, it's just hard to see the state lines when all these warnings and everything are going off. Near Buna, Texas, I do believe. So we have this area of rotation. It's starting to tighten, a little bit of a tight couplet here. And that's very concerning. The tight couplets generally mean, let's see, this is in the 60s, and then this is in the 40s. So that's like really, that's some pretty strong rotation there. And then this area near Lumberton as well. We got some rotation on it. What happened? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what all is going on here. All the radar sites, the different radar sites. Okay, down here near Galveston, Texas. Once again, we're looking at the League City radar site. This rotation really starting to slow down here. More just straight line winds at this point is my main concern. Maybe a few spin up tornadoes possible, but Galveston and areas in the tornado warning still need to be taking shelter. Let's see. Anyone in chat, feel free to ask questions about it or anything. Okay, we are starting to see this new rotation areas start to develop here. This is an area of rotation, small rotation, nothing much. And as well as up here near Ringgold, Texas. I believe that's Texas. No, that's Louisiana. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning. I bet this is probably just for straight line winds. Yeah, it's probably for straight line winds there. Yeah, it's just for straight line winds. 60-mile-an-hour winds. Well, it does have a tornado possible tag on it also. Let's see if we can see what they see here. Oh, okay. It's probably for these areas here, I would assume. This area. And let's see, is there a okay, there is a better radar site for this. Never mind, let's actually see if we can see what they see here. Okay, definitely an area of interest here. And then another area of interest up here. Although the northern area isn't anything much at this point. This area down here in near Hemp Hill, just like to the east, is very interesting here. Just to the west of Anacoco, in Louisiana. Areas in western Mississippi are gonna be placed in a tornado watch at this point. So, if I see anything new, I'll check it out here. Anything new pop it up. Alrighty, so areas in just to the southwest of Galveston, in a tornado warning still. Let's see if we can see anything on the Lake Charles radar here. We do have a new area of interest here. Well, I don't know if it's new, but this is definitely an area of interest here. Winds going away from the radar, winds towards the radar. This is our area of interest here. Anywhere along here. If you're watching, please say something in the chat so that I know that there's people watching. We do have a little bit of a area of friction here. Let's see. I believe that the northern tornado warning just got dropped. I believe they just dropped the northern tornado warning. I don't think. Yeah, I think it got allowed to expire. I don't know if they canceled it or they allowed it to expire, but it is no longer in effect. And then I don't see this tornado warning being in effect for too much longer. We got a very weak area of circulation, though it's still possible there might be a tornado here. Lake Charles radar. Okay, so Lake Charles radar showing an area near is that place called let's see, wait, is that Louisiana? No, that's not Louisiana. It's called China, Texas. That's funny. China, Texas, near Bevel Oaks, to the west of Beaumont. An area of interest here. It's probably for the best that they issued a tornado possible tag with this, because it's going towards an area of high population, which is never good. Alright, I apologize for my being absent for a little bit there. Looks like they took away the tornado warnings. Galveston no longer under a tornado warning. No areas are under a current tornado warning. But that does not mean that they're not under a tornado possible. Like some of these areas. Especially areas like this where you see this kind of friction along the line here. These areas definitely need to be under these severe thunderstorm warnings with tornado possible tags here. Looks like the tornadic storms are mostly going to be east of this line, along this line, and east for the rest of the night. At least that's what we're hoping. So that let's take a look at the reflectivity, high resolution reflectivity. This will be interesting to see. Let's see, can I even do a 3D? Oh wow, that's actually really cool. This is really cool. I forgot that I could do this. But anyways, hello. Oh yeah, I saw you too. So, anyways, these tornado warnings in Texas, are being lifted at the moment. Only for the southern areas like Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. Only those, or Mississippi, not Alabama. Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi are the primary areas of concern. No, not in our area. It'll be too cold to support storms in our area tonight, or at least severe storms. We may hear thunderstorms, but they won't be severe. So. We do have these severe thunderstorm warnings out for Texas currently. This area has, these are the areas that we need to watch, are these areas for severe weather. So right in this area where we have the inflow meeting the outflow, we have the kind of this little dry carved out area here, and then we have this bulging area. This signals inflow and outflow. So if we look at velocity, high resolution velocity, you can see outflow, clear outflow here, and then a clear inflow. Because red is winds moving away from the radar, green is winds moving toward the radar. So in this case, we have the area of friction along here. I wish I would stop doing that. We also have some areas up here near Leesville that need to be watched closely. Rotation has been strengthening, although nothing too much. We have this boundary right here between them. We have an inflow and then we have an outflow, but it's not too strong and it's relatively broad, which are unfavorable for tornadic conditions. I would not be surprised if they extended the tornado watch way further out. Let's see what this says. Tornado watch. Alright, so most probable intensity for tornadoes, 100 to 130 miles per hour. Peak wind gust, 65 to 80, so pretty interesting. Severe potential here. We do have the tornado watches out for these areas. This seems to be more than like a slight risk. I don't know why. It just feels like it. So data overlays, severe weather. So if we go to the day 1 outlook, you can see where we have this slight risk set up. And then if we go to the tornado risk, your primary tornado risk is going to be this brown outlined area. So if you can't see it, it's going to be mainly in these areas. This is the primary tornado risk area. So this will go on for the next few hours. Obviously, this is for the southern Texas into southern Mississippi. These areas are in southern and eastern Texas into the southern areas of Mississippi. This is where the tornado threat is currently. So let's turn that off there. And then we have a big wind risk here. And this yellow area is the primary concern here. And then we do have the hail risk here, day 1. We don't have any hail risk at all, surprisingly. For day 2, though, we do have a 5% hail risk. Then we have a wind risk, and then we have a tornado risk. So this is tomorrow here in Florida and southern Georgia there. So that's interesting to see. Let's do that. I'd do that better. Day 1. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Anyways, we have these areas of interest here. Nothing much at the moment up here in the more northern areas, but down here towards areas in the Lake Charles radar range. This is in the Lake Charles, Louisiana area. We have the inflow and the outflow boundaries here. Or not boundaries, but areas of convergence here. Of the wind, convergence of the winds. This is probably a little bit higher up in the atmosphere than I would like it to be, but it's not too horribly bad. So this is probably gives us a pretty good depiction of the winds. So we have this rotation here. That may be why the NWS is starting to get a little bit more reluctant on this, but I'm not sure. They may be planning to issue a tornado warning for some of these areas soon, because the Lake Charles radar site here shows a little bit of rotation here to the west of Port Arthur, near Winnie in Texas. A little bit of rotation there, at least what the Lake Charles radar location is saying. As well as League City, we have a little bit of rotation here. It's very, very light and broad, but it's starting to get its act together. We could see some rotation and maybe a little bit of a tornado potential with that storm as the night continues on. We also have this near Anacoco in Louisiana, I believe, or Hornbeck, near north of Vernon Lake, wherever that is. It's hard to tell the state lines whenever you have all this going on, but as you can see, we have the inflow and the outflow. And the outflow is becoming dominant here, but there's nothing to say that the inflow couldn't produce a tornado there. And the outflow is kind of like, that's the reason these are not relatively strong tornadoes, although they can be, but they're not relatively strong because the outflow can easily kind of take over in these linear storms from what I've seen in my experience. So, which is only about maybe 5 years, I think, of experience with this kind of stuff. But we have the winds going away from the radar towards the radar, and a lot of areas of rotation are appearing along this line. As you can see, the tornado threat starting to ramp up. Let's go back to the high resolution reflectivity. These areas out ahead could be areas of interest if they were stronger. These storms aren't really much. They're more like pop-up storms ahead of the line. We have a lot of this in southern Mississippi here, starting to develop along this line. Or wait, no, that's southern Louisiana. Excuse me, southern Louisiana. We have this line of storms down here near the Galveston area. We have this is offshore, by the way. This is offshore. This is the shoreline here. So the line is starting to move offshore out of southern Texas. However, southeastern Texas here near Beaumont, you still gotta keep an eye out here. And then especially Louisiana, because Louisiana still has all this activity going on and still got almost the entire state to go through. So especially Louisiana. And if we go to the double radars here, so this is the same storm as you'd see. So this area and this area here correlate. So if you can see here, we have this area of a lot of wind. This is more like a wind area here. As you can see, this bowing segment. Hi AJ. AJ's videos. Hi. No, thank you for tuning in to the live stream. So, as you see, we have a lot of severe weather. I'm doing good. How about you? We have a lot of severe weather in the area of Texas and Louisiana. Although it's starting to move into Louisiana, areas like Shreveport, Mansfield, Minden, these areas, they've already experienced the main line of storms. We'll just have to see if anything pops up on the backside. I don't think it will. There may not be. But we'll just have to see. Oh yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Like, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't hear me. Okay. So, yeah, I have my mic on here. I have my mic on here on the screen, as you can see. I'm here, so I played it on my phone as well, and it popped up the sound, so anyways, we have this area of interest in Texas here. And Louisiana. Let's see, staying like here near this area. About to be impacted by some storms. So, as this area is, there's some very interesting areas here, such as this area, this area, this area. Really, a lot of interesting areas here to see. We have the high resolution velocity product here. Oh wow, definitely very interesting here, to say the least. We have that there, this here. We also have, we also have these areas here of interest, as well as this area. So a lot of areas of interest heading towards Port Arthur like this, and potentially this, towards the general area of Port Arthur. Alright. Oh, we just had a new tornado warning issued. New tornado warning is issued in Leesville. I can see this area here. We have kind of a little bit of friction here, maybe a little bit of rotation. So that area of interest there, radar indicated. Let's see. Moving east at 40 miles per hour. So moving east at 40 miles per hour, we'll see. I guess this is the closest radar site to here. This area of rotation. And I can even do this and then type in like 40 to say that, and we're gonna put this area moving towards the east at 40 miles an hour. Okay, we have North Fort Polk in 8 minutes. Those areas, North Fort Polk will be impacted in a matter of about 8 minutes. We have, so this seems more to be like a military area, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what this is. It seems to be more of some kind of a military area or historic area. I'm not exactly sure, but there is an area of rotation going on here. We have one tornado warning so far. Let's see. One tornado warning, 7 severe thunderstorm. I may be able to kind of like do that. Okay, that's cool. Tornado warnings 1. Okay, and then severe thunderstorm warnings 7. All right, so there we go. Severe thunderstorm warnings we have, or tornado warning we have 1, and then a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued. So I'll go there and update that. All right, now that that is updated once again, we have that. So we have, let's see. This area near Leesville is the primary concern. We might have actually 2 areas of rotation here in these areas. So if we let me try to look at storm relative velocity to see if that says anything. Okay. Yeah, we do have some areas of rotation here, definitely. We have the winds moving towards the radar. It's moving away from the radar. I think it might be like reversed or something on storm relative velocity. I'm not sure, because on regular velocity the colors are like flipped around, but either way we do have this area of rotation here. If we look back at the reflectivity area, we have this these 2 like little notches here. Those are definitely some areas to be concerned about. 53 alerts. We have 8 severe thunderstorm warnings, 1 tornado warning, as y'all can see on your screen. If y'all see anything like on your own radar or anything, just feel free to point it out to me and I'll check out that area of interest. Or if you want to ask about your area, feel free to. This area we do have near McFadden National Wildlife Refuge in Texas. I do believe this is Texas, and it is. It's Texas. So we have something interesting going on here in Texas. We have this area of outflow, area of inflow, like a little bit of a dry notch, and then we have the outflow. So this is interesting. I'm going to take a look at the velocity here. Okay, we do have a rotation here. This will be interesting to see. We do have this area of rotation near McFadden National Wildlife Refuge, heading towards Port Arthur area. I would say towards the northeast at a steady pace here, somewhere in this general path. It looks as though we may have just had something happen here. 10 severe thunderstorm warnings now. This is going crazy. What did I just witness? What is this? Oh, that's a new severe thunderstorm warning. 6? Okay, what is going on? I have no clue what is going on. It just went up to 10 and then it went down to 6. I have no clue what is going on. And now it's like, it's steady now, but I don't know what happened there. It just went up to 10 and then it went down to 6. That's funny. But anyways, as you can see, for the past few frames here, this is quite a few frames back, honestly. Let's shorten the amount of frames. 14 frames. Maybe even only 7. Okay, because this is like quite a long period of time. If we could see how like the velocity, how it kind of develops here. As you can see, it kind of peaked out around 1 frame before. Yeah, it kind of peaked out about here. As you can see, this area of friction, and then it's still really rotating here. Still really rotating. High resolution reflectivity. Oh, you fixed it. That's great. Okay, so now I'm not sure how to get off of this. How do I get off of the playback? What? Wait, how? How do I get... I think I'm stuck on the playback. Okay, that's how you get off. Okay, anyways. Let's see, we have the outflow and inflow there. These are some areas of rotation developing here. This is towards like Fort Polk and Fort Johnson. So these areas, North Fort Polk. This is the area up here. Oh, a new scan came in. Okay, it's moved past North Fort Polk now. Is there a new velocity scan? There's not. So the new velocity scan should show the rotation somewhere in this area, out ahead of the original area it was in. Okay, the new velocity scan does show something here. This is very interesting. We can kind of see it trying to develop here. I don't think the NWS is going to cancel it anytime soon. Depending on how it develops, obviously. If the next frame it weakens a lot, then they're probably going to take it away. But for now, they're going to leave it in effect. And we just had a new tornado warning issued. So a new tornado warning just issued for areas in Vinton. Is it observed? It is radar indicated. So that's good news. So I guess I'll have to update the tornado count to 2. So it's not observed, so that is good news. That means it's only potential at this point, but still treat it like there is a tornado on the ground. The NWS is starting to call these tornado warnings slightly more aggressively, which is good because that gives an earlier warning. As you can see, the area of friction and concern is right along there. So 51 alerts, 6 severe thunderstorm warnings, 2 tornado warnings. You said my stream link is in Storm Chaser's 575's chat. Is that what you're saying? I'm doing pretty good. How about you? That's pretty cool if my stream link is in Storm Chaser 575's chat. Oh, you put it there. All right. We also have this area of interest. I'm surprised they haven't called this a tornado warning yet. We have this area of velocity. Oh, thank you, Storm Chaser 575 for that. Let's see. I can put a link to your channel in the, let's see. I'm not sure if I can go to your channel right now. Let's see. Alrighty, so, I'm gonna link your channel in. Whoops. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the, the profile here. If I can get it. How much rain do you think we'll? Oh, we could get up to like 1 to 3 inches of rainfall, I believe. Hello, do you think Lumberton, Texas is cooked? Let me search that up if I can see where Lumberton, Texas is. Because I'm not familiar with that area. Okay, Lumberton, Texas. So Lumberton, Texas, I believe Lumberton, Texas already got the worst storms that they're probably going to get for the night. So I believe Lumberton should be in the clear unless anything crazy were to develop back here, which I don't think it will. So Lumberton, Texas should be in the clear. So yeah, Lumberton, Texas already had their worst storms a while ago, so yeah, you should be good. Oh, the rain is about to start here. I think there's 3 tornado warnings now, so a new tornado warning just issued here. The area of interest here, this is kind of taking on a supercell-like structure. This area here. So since it's about to start here, so we have the area of velocity here. We do have a little bit of a velocity couplet. In fact, we have a pretty good velocity couplet here. Up further to the north, this is mainly becoming outflow driven. The area that was trying to make it inflow is kind of backing off. So the outflow is becoming more dominant in this area. So, and down towards Lake Charles, once again, let's get an update on this storm. We do have this area of friction still in play. Away from the radar, towards the radar, once again, we have this area of friction. I see that there's 6 people watching. That's a pretty good amount of people, so thank you all for who are watching. I believe this might be the biggest stream I've ever had, so thank you all. But back to the severe weather coverage. That area of, let's see. Well, thank you. Thank you. So, thank you, Richard Stuckey, for that. I really appreciate everyone who is watching. Yeah, the other stream. I believe that Storm Chaser 575. He's also another really good weather live streamer. We have this area of rotation here. Some rotation. This is going like away from the radar, so this is kind of, let's see if we can see the high res reflectivity, and then we have the high res velocity. This is in Louisiana, just north of Lake Charles. We have a little bit of rotation. Oh, it's someone named Cruz Haynes. I've never heard of him before, honestly. So this area of potential rotation, I'm surprised they haven't issued a tornado warning yet on it. But there is a tornado possible tag here, so it expires in about 1 hour. Areas out in the east here, like areas in Mississippi, have not yet started seeing any rainfall. We see here, let's go back to the reflectivity product. We just see a big area of severe thunderstorm warning just issued. So another severe thunderstorm warning just issued. Now we have 7. So 7 severe thunderstorm warnings have been issued. I updated that, and then we have another tornado warning. This system is really starting to come alive here. We have 4 tornado warnings now, and then we have 7 severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm using Radar Omega. It's a pretty good app, though it does cost money, though, unfortunately. The free weather app that I use that has some good features is Weatherwise as well. I also use that sometimes. So we have this new tornado warning that has been issued. So we have the greens going towards the radar site here, kind of. Let's see, the red's going away from the radar site. It's kind of weird how they have this oriented, because it's starting to move directly to the south. So it's kind of weird how this is starting to get here. Like along this line is kind of like starting to switch over colors. So this is likely winds moving this way, and this is likely winds moving this way. To get a better look at it, we might use the Lake Charles radar site, although do keep in mind this is high up in the storm. So this area right here is not going to be as strong. It's probably like maybe subtract like 2 times it of in wind speed, because this is like ridiculously fast wind speeds right here in the 70s of miles per hour. And that is not what is forecasted for this area. So it's probably best that we use this radar site, even though it's starting to get kind of weird right here, as it's like kind of in the transition zone right now, for velocity at least. Let's see, correlation coefficient, that's something I haven't looked at much. None of these tornado warnings have much of it here. If we switch down here, yeah, nothing much at all. High resolution reflectivity, we have this area here of rotation. I believe that is a pretty good area of rotation there. Down towards Port Arthur. This is offshore, or moving offshore at least. Let's check the lead city radar. It's starting to move offshore here, although I believe there might be a special weather statement for it. If we change over to the velocity product, we kind of have a little bit of friction in here, but nothing too much at all. Observed tornado? Wait, where did the observed tornado happen? Wow, there is an observed tornado now. Let me update the warnings count and go to the observed tornado. Let's see. So I assume it's the newest issued one. Okay, this is, let's see. So which one is the observed tornado? If you wouldn't mind typing in the chat. I'm not seeing an observed one. Oh no. Okay. We have 6 tornado warnings and 7 severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's see. So, where is the severe thunderstorm or the observed tornado again? Is it in the middle of the 4? Huh. Is it that one? I'm not seeing an observed tag on any of them. That's strange. Quite strange. All of them. What? Why do all of them have radar indicated? That's so weird. A refresh. I mean, let's see. 52 alerts. Let's see 5. It has been refreshing. It's refreshed because there is the, let's see. Maybe I can unselect and go to his stream. Okay. Let's see. So, is there like an observed tornado or something? Because I'm not seeing an observed one. That's weird. I wonder if it'll show it in a few minutes, but that's really strange. I'm not seeing the observed one. 2 observed tornadoes now? Okay, that's kind of crazy. Here, I'm gonna go refresh the. What does it mean when there are multiple tornado warnings? Multiple tornado warnings just means there's a lot of areas of rotation here. I'm gonna refresh the app here, which I don't know if I can show everything here because I gotta there's a lot of copyrighted logos and everything like that, and I don't want to get in trouble with that. So I just refreshed the app here. Okay, I just refreshed the app here, and it is showing, yes, it is now showing the observed tag. So there's a tornado on the ground right now in Texas. Okay, I just seen the observed tag here. This one has the observed tag. This one has the radar indicated. This one is observed now. So there is, let's see what the source is. Confirmed tornado, radar confirmed. Okay, it's radar confirmed. And then this one is radar confirmed. So a tornado is on the ground. So unfortunately, they have confirmed tornado is on the ground here. These areas include Simpson, Louisiana areas, Hicks Crossing, Burnstown in Louisiana, all these areas, and then the other one observed near Fullerton, to the north of Fullerton a little bit. So near Dugout Road in Louisiana. Observed tornado. That means tornado is on the ground. Radar confirmed. Whoa. Let's see if we could see a debris ball here on correlation coefficient. I don't see any debris here. If we see the velocity, it'd be up in this area here. So correlation coefficient, not seeing much at all. Maybe that's just because of how close to the radar it is. Could be that. So if we switch down to the Lake Charles radar, I have no clue how far this is going to go out. It's probably going to be really far, but there is some activity here. But, I mean, I can't see confirmed, okay. So I'm not sure how they confirmed it with radar, but they apparently confirmed it. Let's see. Let's go back to the high resolution reflectivity product. As this line moves through these areas, a lot of areas of interest, like this area and this area. Whoa, okay. Let's see. So the confirmed tornado is probably somewhere up in here. High resolution reflectivity, I believe that's the same product I've been using. So down towards the Lake Charles tornado warning in Louisiana, we do have this here. We have these areas of interest. If I had to assume it's here and here. Okay, it is there and there. So the northern area looks to be more concerning because we have a stronger inflow and a stronger outflow here. And along these, okay, new radar scan in, still showing the same thing, still rotating here. Unfortunately, we have a lot of severe weather here. Observed tornado warnings up here. Yes, there it's a pretty good amount of them. You know, I don't know what happened, but there was a weird glitch that happened to me right before I was about to go live, and YouTube said that I didn't have enough, my channel was restricted from going live, and then I guess it was just a bug because like I refreshed it and it was just like, okay, it let me go live, so I'm assuming that it was just a bug. So here we do have these areas of interest that are continuing to grow. I'll probably, another tornado warning has been issued. It's radar indicated at this point, meaning it has not been confirmed. That means we now have 7 tornado warnings, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. How do you go live? So like on YouTube, it's like you click, it's like create and you hit go live. You also have to get this thing called OBS Studio here, where you can like connect the streaming key and everything. That's it's a little bit complicated, but once you kind of like it's slightly complicated, although it's not too complicated, because like once you get the hang of it, everything's pretty easy there. But a new tornado warning has been issued. This one is pretty far away from the radar range, so or the radar, so this is good. It's like a medium distance. We have this area of rotation here. Never go live on mobile. On mobile. Oh, okay, mobile. I thought you were talking about Mobile, Alabama for a second there. Never go live on mobile. Yeah, that's pretty true. Mobile is kind of like weird with that kind of thing. So near Lake Charles, we still have these tornado warnings in effect. As you can see, I'm kind of drawing the areas of circulation near the areas of interest. So this is really concerning, especially when we have 3 observed tornadoes, or I should say radar confirmed tornadoes. So it seems that this area here, what area is this here even? Also, does anyone know how I can make these like storm tracks go away where it says like YO, UO, R0, or I8T0, all this? I don't know if anyone knows how I can make that go away like this. Isn't there like a setting for that? Like maybe I can like settings, severe weather outlooks, weather alerts. Is it under here or something? If it's not under here, I'm probably just gonna go like back to the regular stream here because I cannot figure out how to display settings. No, I don't think it's display settings. Is it somewhere in here? Yeah, I don't think it's in here. Anyways, that don't matter right now. We're going live for severe weather, not to figure out how to do that. So there are now 8 tornado warnings. They just extended it into Lake Charles, so this tornado warning is going to move right over the radar site. Unfortunately, this is not looking good that they extended it. 8 tornado warnings. It's not looking good, but we'll just hope that everything's okay in Lake Charles. Oh, another tornado warning has just been issued. Wow, okay, all these alerts being issued are literally like lagging my computer right now. There is so many tornado warnings and everything going around. We have the, let's see. Yeah, it's starting to take a little bit to load and get like super laggy. But we'll continue streaming through this. 9 tornado warnings. 9 tornado warnings. There is more tornado warnings than severe thunderstorm warnings currently. And that is I would say that's somewhat unusual. So weather alerts, I'm gonna take away. Honestly, I'm just gonna take away the watches and everything because tornado watch, I'm gonna take that away just to make it less laggy. Wow, look at how much smoother that runs, honestly. It's running pretty smooth, at least smooth enough. So I took away the tornado watches, 9 tornado warnings. And I believe a few of them are observed actually currently. Let's see. Observed. Let's see. Observed. So 2 of them are observed at least. Observed. Let's see. Observed. We have 2 observed tornado warnings so far. Well, thank you for that. I don't mind it at all. So we have quite a few. Let's see, settings, click general, radar settings, and then there's storm tracks. Okay. So settings, general, radar settings. Okay, storm tracks. Oh wow, I had all this on. Wow. Okay. Now that that's turned off, I can see everything a lot cleaner. Thank you for that. 57 alerts currently, 9 tornado warnings still, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings still. We do have, again, this area of interest, a lot of areas of interest along this line. A few of them have been observed at this point in time. So I believe one of this has been observed. Let's see. Go check my post. The first is you. See. I'll check my notifications here to see. Well, thank you for that, posting that. Thank you, I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully, a lot of people who need to see this live stream do, because this is a very serious situation right now. We have observed tornado warning, observed tornadoes, radar confirmed tornadoes. We have this area of interest here. We have the outflow and the inflow because it's moving past the radar here. Okay, it's even intensifying. What just happened? Did they remove all those? Let's see. High resolution correlation coefficient. Yeah, I'm not seeing much that would actually confirm it, but by saying that it's confirmed, let's see. Hopefully there's not a tornado warning on the ground. Okay, hopefully there's not, but if anyone wants to ask about a location, feel free to ask. Let's see. Let's take a look at Echo Top, see how high the storms are here. And I believe I can even go like 3D mode or something. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Yes, there definitely should have been an enhanced 10% risk. This is pretty cool. We can see like the storm tops, as you can see. That's pretty interesting there. Anyway, back to two-dimensional mode. That is just something interesting I thought that I would point out. But yeah, I definitely think there should have been a 10% enhanced risk, maybe even a hatched risk. It's somewhat glitchy, but that's just from all the alerts popping up and everything. Let's bring this back down to 6. Thankfully, some of the tornado warnings have cut out. They've expired. Oh, well, we just went down to 5. 5 tornado warnings. 3D on reflectivity. I'll try that. Let's see. So 5 there. And we have 3D on reflectivity. Whoops. Okay, I zoomed out way too far. What is is this thing the thing to do, or like? Oh, like this. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. So we can see 3D reflectivity. That's super cool. I'm gonna go back to 2D now. So 5 tornado warnings, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. I mean, this is a really, really good area of interest. Good they have a tornado possible tag on it. Really good area of interest. Definitely an area of interest. Where is the radar site on this, by the way? What radar site is selected? Lake Charles. Lake Charles radar site is selected for this. We have the winds going towards the radar and the winds going away from the radar here. We have our area of interest here. They have a tornado possible tag. There may need to be a tornado warning on this soon. So going back to the observed tornadoes, because this is obviously our main focus right now. We have this area here. It's only radar indicated. This area is radar indicated. So they have lifted. Oh, there's one observed tornado warning. Only one. So that's pretty good. it's lifted lifted the other one. So thankfully it was lifted. However, this area of interest still exists. I think they saw that there was nothing more, so they lifted it. So anyways, we have the Lake Charles radar site. Back to these two warnings here. We have some area of inflow here. We have inflow here and outflow here. Our area of interest is right in here. And then for this northern area, I would assume that, I would assume that the area of interest would be somewhere in here. Okay, this is like starting to cut out here. Let's see, they dropped an alert. They dropped another tornado warning. So another tornado warning has been taken away. This is really good. We've been starting to see the tornado warnings start to go away, thankfully. It was one of the ones up here. They did not take away the observed warning, unfortunately. So let's see, the one they did take away. The one they did take away was up here because it was no longer rotating. This one is still rotating here. We have some rotation going on with it. As you can see, our main area of interest here, and then maybe some secondary areas of interest in here. A short 10 to 15 minutes ago, and it has 200 views. That's really, really good. That's pretty good. 200 views in 10 to 15 minutes. That's really good. So anyways, we have this severe weather. I just realized I have had the same thumbnail for the past few streams. For the past tons of streams, I've had like 5 streams with the same thumbnail because I forgot to change it. But anyways, just hang on and I will be right back. Alright, I apologize for that. I was getting some water because my throat is starting to get dry, but these two areas of interest once again. No, my stream did not crash. I was just going to get some water. My throat started to get dry. Okay, I believe they just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning. Yes, that's correct. So there is currently 10 severe warnings out. Severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings included. Man, my throat is getting really dry, so I'm gonna have to start chugging water. But obviously, this observed tornado gonna be way more priority than the radar indicated tornadoes because it's actually on the ground. It looks like they might be about to lift it soon. Who knows? Correlation coefficient. I don't see any area of debris. I maybe see a few hail spikes in here, but I don't see any like debris or anything. Okay, so the line is actually over here. They might let this expire. Hopefully they let this expire because I don't see anything because the line is over here at this point. I'm not seeing anything except maybe down here. If we look at the high-res correlation coefficient, nothing really. That's just a little bit of contamination, maybe some hail. So, is this area the one they're interested in? It could be, potentially. If we see, let's see, in this area here. It might be, I don't know. Anyone in the chat, feel free to ask about their area. Ask any questions or anything. Oh, a new tornado warning. Radar indicated. Pretty big tornado warning there. 52 alerts. So now we have 11 severe weather related alerts. Okay. We have this area here, and then, wow. Okay, so there's a lot of severe alerts. 7. So we have 7 severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's see. So the closest radar site to that, we look at the velocity and okay, I'm starting actually to be more concerned with this one right here. That might be, this area right here is really concerning. Moving away from the radar, winds moving towards the radar. Area of friction here. Okay, so this is starting to grab my attention near Elizabeth. This area of interest, excuse me. And then this area of interest, this is in Louisiana, by the way. This is all in Louisiana. This is really concerning night here. And then we also have this area of interest up here. We have massive areas of severe thunderstorm warnings here. And then I'm starting to get a little bit more concerned. Okay, this northern one should be go ahead and allowed to expire here as that line moves off. This southern area should probably be extended somewhere in here. Hopefully it will be because it doesn't look like it will, or hopefully it won't be because hopefully it just won't hopefully it won't hold together. But if it does hold together, then hopefully it will be extended so that the people can have proper warning time to take shelter. We're having this area right here, this bulge here in the line. Nothing up here anymore. So this should probably be allowed to expire. That's what I'm thinking they're going to do. So we're probably going to expire that soon. But there is still a tornado warning in effect for Lake Charles. Or the center of Lake Charles and south of that. So we have the high resolution velocity. High resolution, your Bible is on March 9th. Let's see, ours is on April, in April whenever we go to convention, you know what I'm talking about, at Last Leaders there, but anyways, we have this area here of interest. Just like kind of tonight is really, really hard to pick up on tornadoes, and the reason being because it's like with these lines of storms, the quasi-linear convective systems, the QLCS, it's just really, really hard to forecast because, or like, see where tornadoes are on radars because it's just not like it's, let's see, how do I word this? It's like really hard to tell because it's just one solid line of wind, and then you have to pick up on really, really, really small areas of rotation that could potentially last for less than a minute and may slip between radar scans. It's really hard to forecast here. What do you think about tomorrow's risk? Okay, what do I think about tomorrow's risk? So if we go to the data overlays, where I'm gonna just like put on tomorrow's risk. It's gonna, I believe it's in Florida. Day 1, or well, it should be day 2 because tomorrow, maybe even day 3. I don't know. Okay, it's day 2. We have the area here for the slight risk. I think they may put an enhanced risk for areas in Tallahassee for maybe a little bit of a tornado risk here, 10% hatched maybe somewhere in here. Because the current tornado risk is only 5%. Well, that's for today. Never mind. It might be worse for today for areas in Florida, but I don't think that overall. I think overall today's gonna be worse, but I think tomorrow overall will be less intense, but areas may get worse than what's happening today in more like localized areas, especially along the Florida coast with all this water spout risk going on. It might be worse than today. Then we, of course, had the wind and then the 5% hail. So that's, maybe I should make the border, no, not do that. That's not what I meant to do. The fill opacity here, okay. So we have the day 4 through 8, day 5, obviously nothing. So we should be clear after day 2. Hopefully we will be clear. So, how long will you be live? I may not be live for much longer, depending on like what time I had to go to bed and all that. So 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Oh, I mean 4, not 5. 4. 4 tornado warnings. So they must have dropped 1 tornado warning somewhere. Yeah, towards the Lake Charles area. It's just talking about that one. The one that was going to be allowed to expire was the northern one, and it did. It did expire. And then this one looks like it's going to be extended because of this area of outflow meeting this area of inflow right here. This is really how it works with QLCS storms, or linear storms, as they're better known. We have this other area of interest. I wouldn't be surprised if they issued a tornado warning for this one as well. And then we have these other areas. This one is radar indicated. This one is radar indicated. And then this one is radar indicated. So I did not even notice this one, but we do have that one there. So as you can see, this is kind of the transitional zone here. So the line of storms is probably somewhere out here if we high resolution reflectivity. Okay. Probably that area right there. Alrighty, I will. I will do that. And we still have this very, very interesting area out towards Lake Charles here. Very interesting, really. because of this little inflow notch here. You can kind of see it's kind of a rough sketch. Let me go what happened there. Yeah, this is kind of like a rough sketch. We have a little area of inflow in here. Probably this area would be the best inflow area, where we see wind kind of wrapping around here, and then we see the outflow kind of around the backside. Just some interesting stuff going on. So if we look at the velocity, yes, that is very true. If this wasn't a nocturnal, if this was not a nocturnal risk, we would probably see like a lot less. Well, what am I saying? I can't talk right now. If this was not a nocturnal risk, that would be better, because people right now, a lot of people going to bed. Some people may be going to bed early tonight or anything like that, and obviously a lot of people are going to be going to sleep around 9 p.m. That's quite a common time, I guess, for bedtime, but a lot of people are going to be going to bed, and then as hopefully they have multiple ways to receive warnings, because nocturnal risks are especially, and I don't know if you know this, but Tennessee is actually the #1 state with nocturnal tornadoes. Tennessee is the #1 state with nocturnal tornadoes. So that's kind of interesting, living in a state with the #1 amount of nocturnal tornadoes. So, because I believe most of the tornado warnings I've experienced here, I believe it maybe like 5 out of 6 of the tornado warnings I've been through while I've lived up here were nocturnal, and one of them was actually confirmed. So, and the only confirmed tornado I've ever lived through in Tennessee was nocturnal. So that's pretty interesting. But so what was I? Okay, I was gonna, let's see. This is moving at around, what is this? 40 miles per hour, moving east at 40 miles an hour. So this is at 40. Let's draw that. Let's go out towards like Bellevue and Harbor. Okay. If we want to see this, so McNeese State University is in the path of this in about 7 minutes. Harbor in about 15 minutes. Let's see, I know that there's little to no risk tonight, but I'm going to leave the weather radio on. Yeah, that's always a good idea. Harbor 15 minutes, Chalkley 17 minutes, Bellevue 19 minutes. So this is all, I believe, in Texas and Louisiana. In fact, that's all in Louisiana. I think, I mean, it's really laggy. Which one are you talking about? The EF4? Depends on which one you're talking about, because one of the tornadoes, yes, it was near Cookeville, but it was in Overton County, in like southern Overton County. Okay, they did extend the tornado warning. It is still radar indicated. So we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Okay, still the same. And 5 tornado warnings. So that just got updated. Yeah, I moved here just like the year after the EF4. I moved here a year after that. It was the one in February of 2025. And that was the one. So they just extended this warning. You can see, yeah, it's very intense here. This, I don't like to call things early, but this might be a tornado on the ground right now. This could be a tornado. I don't know that we could see correlation coefficient well right now since it's right next to the radar. Like, this storm is literally right on top of the radar. But it's kind of taken like a, let's see. I'm not exactly sure if they're taking shelter at the NWS in Lake Charles. I'd assume they would have to keep operating somehow because there is a active tornado warning. So I would assume they would somehow have to keep operating. I'm not sure how that works. I might have to. Yeah, I might have to. Because, let's see. I'm not sure that there is another station near here, though. Is there? I mean, because that one's far away. Maybe this one might work. I mean, this one, okay, this one is showing that correlation coefficient. That's probably just contamination at that point. We have, let's see. Okay, yeah, there's definitely something going on there. But the radar scans keep updating, so that hopefully means that the radar has not been knocked out. Maybe the New Orleans one? Oh, okay, I think that one's not updating right now. So, alright. Okay, it's starting to move away from the radar site here. Starting to move away. Velocity couplet here still super, super, super tight. Right over McNeese State University right now. Okay, let me do something here real quick. So, this tornado warning is still going on here. I don't believe we have a observed tornado warning currently. Let's see, yeah. I don't think we have an observed tornado warning currently. I may be wrong. There might be something I'm not seeing, but as of now, I don't think that there's a tornado warning or observed tornado warning. Is anyone still there in the chat? Just like let me know if someone's still there. I know AJ's Fishing and Outdoors is still here. Okay, good. A radar update. Let's see if it shows anything. I mean, that has not updated yet. This high-res reflectivity. This is kind of taking like a supercell structure here. I'm not sure if I pointed out that earlier, but it's kind of like an embedded supercell here. We have this and then like this. So this would be like the rear flank downdraft here, making this outflow boundary here. And then this is the inflow notch. And let me check something here. Yeah, there is no storms between here and the Gulf, so it's just taking all this moisture and wrapping it around. No storms between it and the Gulf. So all these storms are really just feeding off of the Gulf moisture. We have 52 alerts. We just have 6 tornado warnings, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. So that is 5. And then this is 6. We have 6 tornado warnings. So once again, zooming in on this Lake Charles radar site here. High resolution velocity, that's what we're going to look at here. Oh, wow. Okay, this is actually really, really shocking. We have all this outflow here. We have some inflow here. This is a really, regardless of if there is a tornado warning or not, you should be taking shelter because this is like 80-mile-per-hour winds, 82-mile-per-hour winds. Did y'all see that? 82-mile-per-hour winds popping up there. Gusty winds. Okay, there is gusty winds. I guess confirmed here. But 82.05 mile per hour winds. That's pretty crazy, guys. So if you can see, regardless of if this is like, and this is like right near the surface too, because this is right next to the radar. It's still consistently showing mid 70s now. Here, yeah, over there it's 15 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts. Relatively strong. 85 mile per hour winds. Are you seeing this right now? 85 mile per hour winds. Look at this. This is actually really crazy. 85 miles per hour. 4 tornado warnings. 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. So, there is that. So, after that's update. What did I just see? I'm pretty sure I just saw 90 mile per hour winds. 96 mile. What? I mean, hey, what's your opinion on this? Is this like a contamination, or do you think there's actually 96 mile per hour winds? I want to get your opinion on this because this is pretty crazy. So really, regardless of where you are, you should be taking shelter because there is super, super strong winds near the surface. New scan is in. Even stronger winds potentially. Slight contamination. I would probably agree with that because I do not think that there is actually 96 mile per hour winds in this storm. Maybe 80, maybe 80. Yeah. Regardless, we still have, if we switch back to the reflectivity product, it's starting to get, this is good news, I guess, because it's starting to become more of a Boeing segment in the line rather than a tornadic storm. So that's pretty good. High resolution velocity. There should be a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. You are correct. 70 mile per hour winds. So this is warned for really strong winds. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so it is tagged as considerable. But I think they may need to upgrade this to a destructive, like you said. 5 tornado warnings. So we have another tornado warning, I do believe. Let's update that. So another tornado warning has been issued by the National Weather Service. This is actually maybe more interesting than that. We have winds going towards the radar, and then we have winds going away from the radar. So we have very tight circulation right here. There may be a tornado here. Let's see, this is it confirmed? It is radar indicated, so it is not confirmed. Let's see the text of this. Tornado watch 6. The threat will be maximized in parts of south central, Louisiana. A north-south oriented USCS mesovortices track eastward. This basically is just saying that south central Louisiana has the highest tornado potential. So this is areas like Baton Rouge, Lafayette, maybe including Lake Charles, I'm not sure. So this storm, oh, there is an observed warning. Really? This is radar indicated. Okay. That one is radar indicated. I'm trying to find the observed warning. Is this the observed? I may have to refresh the radar again. Which obviously I can't show that because there's a bunch of copyrighted stuff whenever I click out of the app. Okay. Here we go. Display capture. Back onto radar Omega. Let's see. Okay, everything's loading back in, alright. Taking just a second to load. So, okay. There is a radar indicated warning. There is a radar indicated warning. And it's one up from the bottom, alright. So, this one? Oh no, maybe you're talking about this one? Huh. Not sure because I don't know. None of these have the observed tag. Maybe it's just not updating correctly or something. I have no clue what is going on. It's not telling me which one of these is observed or not. It was updated. Oh, it was updated. Okay. So it may take a little bit to reach the radar because sometimes... Oh, it's radar indicated now. Okay, never mind. 5, 3, so we still have 5 tornado warnings, correct? And then we still have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, so this is correct, I believe. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so let's take a look back at the Lake Charles storm. Wow, this is really zoomed in. I need to zoom back out. Yeah, there's 70-mile-an-hour winds. That may have just been some brief contamination that was showing in the upper 80s and 90s. Because it's 70s and upper 60s now. That may have just been some spots of contamination. But this may be allowed to expire soon. Because it's more becoming a outflow-driven storm. Why is it stuck on the... Okay. This is more becoming an outflow-driven storm. Not really much of an inflow. high resolution reflectivity. As you can see, it is a supercell type structure here. It's like kind of a line of embedded supercells here. As you can see, it has its own distinct structure. This is kind of like the rear flank downdraft. So imagine like you have a normal supercell here, and then you have the rear flank downdraft here. So the rear flank downdraft, and then you have the inflow notch, which the inflow notch is starting to weaken a little bit. I'm not sure. It says there's 2 people watching, so it might not just be. I think there might be somebody else watching as well. Oh, alrighty. Well, this is the Lake Charles one on storm relative velocity. This is just velocity. I guess I'll see ya then. Whatever. But we have this area of area of interest here, although it's starting to weaken. Slight inflow. It's real. The inflow really kind of is stopping, becoming more of an outflow dominant storm. As we switch radar sites here. Velocity. Okay, yeah, this is 100% an area of interest here. We got this area of converging winds here. And then the area of friction here. So this is more so of like a broader, but yet there's somewhat of a concentrated area right here of tornadic storms, or of potential tornadic area there. So we do have 6 tornado warnings, although this one's about to expire, so I'm not going to update the counter. This one might be moving out of the area soon of the radar. And then this one might expire as well, as it's starting to become a really outflow dominant storm. As the night moves on, these storms may intensify some as they move into a more unstable environment here. As you can see, if we move, let's see, is there an area of interest that any of y'all in the chat would like to take a look at, or something like that you would want me to look at here? Because here's another area of interest I found. If y'all find anything else, just let me know of anything tornadic. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. So we have this area here of we have like a area of rotation in south central Louisiana, near Grand Lake in Louisiana. This is out towards areas south of Lake Charles to the east of Cameron. This is near, let's see, Grand Lake, to the west of Grand Lake. I'm surprised it doesn't have a tornado warning on it. Because this is a pretty good area of rotation here. This area of rotation, let's see. It's relatively broad though, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint a single point that would be interesting, and maybe that's why the Weather Service hasn't issued a warning. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. And then we have this, this is starting to become really outflow dominant. We have really, really strong winds pushing east. I mean, it's kind of, see, these areas are kind of becoming less tornadic here. Let's check with the, okay, 5. Okay, let's see. Did they drop a tornado warning somewhere? Oh, yeah, they did. Okay. This is quite interesting. This area in Lake Charles, to see what they're going to do with it. Because this is not really tornadic at this point. This is mostly outflow, meaning strong winds. Potentially in the 70-mile-per-hour range. We have the hook right here. Was the area of outflow, and then we have the area of inflow here. So if we take a look at, let's see, okay, just updated, the it's getting really weak, this area of rotation. Thank you for that. We have this area of rotation here, outflow, inflow. This is a little bit, like I said, the QLCS kind of storms are really, really hard to track. Like if we take a look at the reflectivity, you can see how it's just like a big line of storms here. And these QLCS events, or lines of storms, are really hard to track tornadoes in, because sometimes these tornadoes get like, they can hop in between radar frames. So like, I guess how can I explain this? Like, in between radar scans, like they're really short. I'm trying to think of the words. Like they're really short-lived. They kind of pop in between radar scans, like the radar scans in the atmosphere. So if we go back, as you can see, we have this right here, like in between individual radar frames. So like, this is a radar frame where it's like one scan and then the next scan, like that and that, and they can go in between those really easily, especially these lines of storms. So as you can see, the development of the system, it's kind of like, it was really stronger rotation there for a second, and then it kind of really got like, it kind of just like, I guess you'd say, kind of like loosen the area of rotation, less tight, more broad. It's starting to get really windy where I am, in fact. 11.2 mile per hour wind gusts there. $15 mile per hour wind gusts, in fact. And we have all this outflow, not much inflow. As you can see, it keeps pushing east. The inflow is really dying out. It's there, but it's not much. I have a feeling they're gonna drop this tornado warning soon. They're gonna cancel it. This area is still of interest. the inflow and outflow, although it's very broad. This area as well is really of interest. It's just kind of hard to forecast. Once again, like I've been saying, hard to forecast with these lines of storms. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water there. So, these areas of interest, there's actually two areas of interest here. The northern one and the southern one. The southern one kind of looks more interesting. And the northern one, honestly. Both of them look really interesting. We have these tight converging winds that go along there. Okay, so moving up north, nothing much else up north. Let me see if there's any updates. Still the same 5 tornado warnings, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. Let me check something real quick here. So, let's see. Alright, so, anyways, let's see. How did you make the thumbnail? How did you like the thumbnails on my videos? That was pretty good. I liked the thumbnails pretty good. New tornado warning. 1-1. What? Wait, what? What does 1 mean? What? What just happened? Okay, new tornado warning. What is it? Wait, what is going on? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Okay. Anyways, we have this area of rotation here that prompted a new tornado warning. So I guess I'm going to have to update the alert number here from 5 to 6. And then this one looks like it's going to be allowed to expire soon. So the inflow, that was really, really intense. It kind of just weakened. And this is more like a windstorm now. We have the clean outflow boundary here. And then not really much of an inflow at this point. High res reflectivity. We have a we have the let's see, this weird thing right here, this little thing, I think it may be trying to recycle. Hey, what's your opinion on this? Do you think it's trying to recycle, AJ? Like trying to reform? I mean, we have the velocity product here. It might be trying to. We have another little surge here. And then we have all this moisture funneling up as we have this outflow here. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess the National Weather Service thought it would, because they just extended the tornado warning into areas like Jennings, Lake Arthur in Louisiana. So the National Weather Service, I guess, thinks that it's going to move along here and keep on producing a tornado potentially. So now we have 7 tornado warnings. Well, good night. I guess I will see you whenever, sometime. But yeah, it is really starting to recycle here. We have a new hook area starting to develop. This is really concerning. Let's see, it is moving east at 40 miles per hour. So, that's pretty interesting there. I don't know how to get rid of these things here. I'm trying to get rid of them, but it will, like I have to click all the way out here for it to let me get rid of them. So, we have this area of interest, and I'm trying to figure out, so it was 40 miles per hour in the storm motion, so this would be like, we're gonna assume it's like moving this way. How did my mouse even get all the way up there? I'm not even sure. Okay, so anyways, it's moving out this way. These things getting in the way. It's trying to, like, I don't know what it's trying to do. Let me click out of it here. Alright, this is better. Alright, we have this area of interest here. Let me see if this will actually work this time. And it did work, alright. And then we have the list of impact locations. Jennings, Louisiana, in 12 minutes. Mermentau, Louisiana, 18 minutes. And then Midland, Louisiana, 26 minutes. So, Jennings, 12 minutes. This, I don't even know how this is pronounced. 18 minutes. Midland, 26 minutes. So, let's see. We can even do that, I guess, and see, this might be trying to recycle. We have this little area here of interest. Continuing to try to, like, recycle here, so Welsh, Roanoke, Jennings, you're in the path of this potentially. So yeah, this kind of area here and then this area. So let's see what happened with this new scan. So diagnosing what happened here, we have this kind of area. It's kind of an inflow area starting to develop. The northern area where it started to recycle kind of like flattened out. And now we have this area here. Let's see what it's showing. Well, the velocity has not updated yet. Let's see how this looks. That's pretty weird. Let's see, that's pretty crazy here. Velocity still yet to update. But let's just look at the life cycle of this thing. Let's maybe look at the past 14 or 21 frames. So let's bring this out to the 21 frames ago when it was moving into Lake Charles. It really started to intensify there. It starts to kind of bow out and become like really a wind section here. Then we have this northern area trying to recycle here. And then here we are now. So new reflectivity scan. Doesn't really show much. We do have a little bit stuff trying to develop here. We have a little bit of now. I need to really look at the more northern stuff more instead of paying attention to one, honestly. See, we have 48 alerts, tornado warning 7. Yeah, still everything correct on the warning counter. Tornado warning radar indicated. We have the high res velocity here, high resolution velocity. Let's see, where is our radar site here? Our radar site is to the north, I believe. No, maybe it's to the south. It must be to the, oh, it's to the west, actually. Okay, so we have green moving towards the radar, yellows and oranges and reds moving away from the radar. We have really intense winds here, potentially 60 to 70 miles per hour here near Bunkie. We do have a little bit of area of interest right over Bunkie there in Louisiana. So, see, and we just got a new tornado, or not tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning. I do believe we should have, no, never mind. We just lost a tornado warning. That's pretty good. That's really good. We lost quite a few of them, actually. We lost like 3 tornado warnings. That is good. So I'm assuming some of the northern few tornado warnings got dropped off. Let's see. So if you are here in the chat, just let me know if you're here in the chat. It'll really, I'll really appreciate it if you let me know if you're here in the chat. Starting to get really, really, really interesting out here. We have quite a few tornado warnings. 4 tornado warnings to be exact. We have this little, okay, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. 60 mile per hour winds. So a new severe thunderstorm warning. So 4 now, I believe. So if we, let's see, let's do radar. Let's do the like natural reflectivity so people can see. Imagine see we have this big setup here. We got our low pressure centered somewhere in here. We got the warm front over the top here. And then we have the cold front somewhere in here. So we have all this setting up here just to make conditions right for severe weather. We have obviously the changing of the winds creating wind shear. And then we have the cold air mass versus the warm air mass here. And they're kind of like colliding right along this boundary. And this is creating additional lift because cold fronts, if you didn't know, imagine this is imagine you're taking a cross section of the atmosphere and this is like you're viewing the atmosphere straight on. This is the cold air mass advancing this way. And then you have your warm air mass here trying to move over top here. And so as it's moving into the warm air mass, all this warm air is being lifted up over it. So this creates thunderstorm development. So that's kind of how cold fronts and these systems work and how they create severe weather. So if you see the warm front over top, the cold front behind it, and you can kind of see how that warmer air kind of interacts with that colder air there. So let's take it back to single site because I believe we just got a new tornado warning. So it was 4 tornado warnings. Now we have 5. So we did get a new tornado warning. The question is where? Hello. How are you doing? So we got a new tornado warning here. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. It's probably this one here. I think it's this tornado. Okay. It probably is. Doing good. That's pretty good. We got a lot of tornadic activity out here tonight. Especially this storm here kind of has this tight rotation couplet. This might be producing a tornado. If this is radar confirmed. No, it's just radar indicated. It's not confirmed yet. Okay, we do have a little bit of potential debris signature here. Maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just contamination. I don't know. So, I'm probably gonna stop streaming soon, even though it's being active because I gotta go to bed soon. But I'll still stream while I can. Probably will be around 10 o'clock when I quit. But regardless, I'm gonna keep on streaming because people, let's see, until about 10 I'll keep streaming because there's people who need to hear this message, so please like it if you can, because there's people out there that really need to hear this because it's really important and this situation is potentially life-threatening. We have 3 severe warnings, so take one of those away. It's been relatively, it's been more active than expected, I have to say, but it hasn't been like a massive outbreak where there's like 17 tornado warnings at a time, and I'm glad about that because nocturnal threats are no joke. Nocturnal threats are like hit whenever people are probably sleeping right now and there's tornado warnings going on. This is taking on a little bit of a supercellular structure. If we look at the high-res velocity, a little bit of it's got a little potential storms forming out ahead of the line. A new tornado warning has just been issued. Now we have 6 tornado warnings. Unfortunately, please tell me this is not observed. It is radar indicated. That's good. So we have that. It's radar indicated rotation. Let's see. Northeast at 40 miles per hour. So that is the motion of this storm. I find it interesting that the National Weather Service at Lake Charles issued this whenever the closest National Weather Service is here near Simpson. That's pretty strange. I don't know if I have ever seen that before. But regardless, we do have oh wow, this is a tornado warning right here. This may be a tornado on the ground, potentially. It's not confirmed yet. Hopefully it's not on the ground, but it could be. This very well could be. We do have a little bit of a correlation coefficient signature here, though nothing too significant at this point. Could be just contamination. That's what I'm hoping for. That would be the best case scenario. So we do have 5 tornado warnings now. One of them must have expired. That's good. That means that less people are under an active threat. So that's good. Always good. But we have this segment of tornadic storms here moving off to the east and northeast. So I would say that Baton Rouge, Woodville, New Roads, New Iberia, Franklin, maybe New Orleans, probably not. It could be very well. But Fayette, these areas are probably going to be under the gun next. Four tornado warnings. So the number is decreasing by every few minutes. So that's pretty good. And then another one gets issued, but still they're decreasing. That's really, really good. Let's see what this storm is trying to do here. We haven't checked in on the Lake Charles storm in a while. I see a little something right there, just south of Jennings. Yeah, that might be something there. Although it's not as strong or intense as it used to be, like not even close. It was really intense at one point, and then this one is still going on with the potential to produce a tornado. In fact, they might let it expire, which I'm not sure why they would. They're probably going to reissue one. So Marksville, take shelter. Areas near Marksville, just to the north of it as well. Because there could be a tornado anywhere in here. And and the direction is to the north and northeast, or the east and northeast, that kind of direction. So really anywhere in this polygon, be taking shelter. Although this specific area has my attention because we have kind of like this classic hook kind of thing right in here. And whenever we have this kind of thing, we have the high-res velocity, or high-res reflectivity. Somewhere in here, okay. It's starting to move off to the north and northeast. So Marksville may be experiencing some really strong winds right now. Marksville in Louisiana. Let's check in on this southern tornado warning here. We have near Villa Plate, just south of there. Let's take a look at the high resolution velocity here. We do have an area of tight, intense rotation here, potentially intense. I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes an observed tornado soon, although hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully none of these storms ever touch the ground. We have the area of outflow right here, and then we have the area of inflow right here. If we turn on the reflectivity here, you can definitely see these storms have like embedded supercell type of looks to them. We have like this little hook echo here, inflow notch, and then the outflow. This is really, a lot of these are going to be rain obscured, so don't wait until you see them or anything like that. Take shelter immediately if you're in a tornado warning, because a lot of these you're not going to be able to see because of the rain. We just had a new severe warning issued. So, well, near the Lake Charles National Weather Service radar. So this might become a water spout soon. If it moves over this lake, that will be pretty interesting to see, because we have this if this is on the ground, because we have this area of circulation right here, if this is on the ground and it continues moving east, it's going to cross over a lake. And that's going to be pretty interesting. It'll cross over this area of the lake. That'll be really interesting to see if there's actually a water spout or not. Check on our alerts here. We have 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. I believe I need to account for that here. So now we have more severe thunderstorm warnings than we do tornado warnings. That's normal. And then of course it just dropped down to 3, but good, because the tornado warnings also just dropped down to 3. So that's really good. So now we have less tornado potential tornadic storms. We have the 2 down here to the south, the 1 near Marksville. So we have a segment of tornadic storms here. We do. Okay, this one's really starting to get concerning to me. We have this area and this area kind of combining to make a area of rotation here. This is really concerning to me. If we look at the radar up here, okay, we have something developing up here, definitely. We have an area of converging winds. This could be a tornado. And if you're under a tornado warning, treat it like there's a tornado on the ground, because you should take shelter immediately when there is a tornado warning. We do have a little bit of hail right there. That's pretty interesting to see. So right in there. Yeah, that aligns pretty well. We have a hail core right here. Probably around, I would say, penny-sized hail or so. Let's see, severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, penny-sized hail. That's exactly what the warning is listed for. And then we have this more northern warning here. Not exactly sure what's going on with it here. Not exactly sure. Okay, this must be the area of interest. This Bowie sediment right by Marksville. So this might be the area of interest here on the back side of the line. This is pretty interesting here. That might be the area of interest there. That's it. I do believe that is the area that they've warned. So I got 3 tornado warnings, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. These storms are honestly, and I'm glad that they're not like really using all the instability to their advantage. Forecast database. So if we're looking at the 2 meter above ground level temp, as you can see right now, we've got some warmer temperatures across the region here in the 60s and 70s degrees Fahrenheit. So let's go back to the radar. Obviously, that's the best we can do here. So we have the 60s and 70s temperatures. We also have high dew points, and all that is going to be feeding up from the Gulf of Mexico and driving really far northward. Guys, if you are watching this, just type something in the chat or do a reaction or something, just so that, or like the stream or something, just so that I know that you are watching. because it really, really is good to know that there's people hearing this message that need to hear this message, like who are in the path of the storms. It's good to know that hopefully they are safe. We have this area of interest here as well. Yes, thank you for that. It looks like we had somebody else join as well. But this area of interest here, generally near Esterwood, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Esterwood, in Louisiana. Most of the areas now of interest are in Louisiana. We have this line of storms moving through. Near Marksville, it's starting to the areas of interest are really, really broad now. I'm starting to think that they're going to lift the warnings soon. So I'm going to go ahead and say that they are probably going to lift the warnings if they haven't already extended it. But don't come out of your shelter yet until the warning is actually lifted, though, if you're in that area. Severe weather is very interesting. Yeah, that's true. It is really interesting. That's probably one of the main areas I study is severe weather. Even though I really, really like snow, I really study severe weather more than any other field in meteorology. That's pretty weird. Even though I'm afraid of it, yeah, it's really interesting. It's just unfortunate that people actually have to live through these experiences, though, because we have actual potential tornadoes going on right now, and it is interesting to study. Don't get me wrong, but it's just unfortunate. This area of rotation, really, really tight area here. Let's see, we have this area of greens and reds and yellows converging here. Really good area of friction. I think there might be a chance that there is a tornado here. Let's see if we can have the high resolution correlation coefficient. Okay. Thankfully, we don't see any debris signatures here. Thankfully. Let's see. I can actually do this. I figured out I could do this. So let's see. I figured out this. That's why it's a good service to you people. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you. Because you can see we have this tight area of rotation here, and also this area of rotation is really, really starting to get it's really, really, as you can see, it's really, really small, which is kind of weird, and it's also really tight of rotation here. So it's kind of I don't even know if this is, let's see, this lines up here, and so this is right here. Okay, so the primary area would be here and here, according to reflectivity. So, but yeah, you have been here since the beginning, Jersey Devil, so thank you for that. I know you've been here since for a long time. We have new scan in. We do have a little bit more of a hook echo. We have this area around, let's see, Prairie Ronde, I think, whatever that's called. I know there's a lot of French names out here because it's Louisiana. But we have this area here of interest just north of Louisiana State Road 3043, I believe. So right north of it. Okay, so this is the primary. Okay, this will be the new. Oh wow. Oh, I did not expect that. This is extremely dangerous rotation here. There might be a tornado on the ground here. potentially. Let's take a look at the correlation coefficient here. Oh no. Okay, this might be actually a tornado on the ground. This is a debris signature just to the east of Ladue, Louisiana. There's might be an actual tornado on the ground as I'm speaking, because this is a debris signature, a really tight rotation here. There might actually be a strong tornado on the ground. Maybe not strong, but there's probably a tornado on the ground right now. Has they upgraded it? They upgraded it. No, they didn't. No, it's still not. It's not observed, but it should be after this radar scan. This is extremely dangerous. This is actually one of the craziest moments I've seen on screen. That might have been a tornado right there. Wait, what does this mean? 9:04 p.m. Why is it saying 9:04 p.m.? It's like, yeah, it's 9:55. What is this saying? I have no clue what this is saying. Wait, is this what? What is going on? Okay, this is 9:04 p.m. I think this is glitching right now. Yeah, that's clearly glitching. Okay, so this is actually might be a tornado on the ground. Southwest of Washington, that might have been a tornado on the ground. I mean, that's really sad that some there might have actually just been a tornado. Let's see, was there a tornado for a while and I might have missed it? Potentially. No, that wouldn't be in the right area, but this lines up perfectly. That is so bad. I honestly don't know what to say to that. I've never seen something like that before on a stream. Okay. I'm gonna update to the current frame. So this is currently, there might be. Please tell me that there is not, but there might have just been a tornado on the ground. They probably are going to extend this warning. Yeah, they did. It's probably going to be an observed, isn't it? It's going to be a confirmed, isn't it? No? I'm surprised they didn't do confirmed. Because there might be another tornado on the ground right now. There might be a tornado on the ground right now in Louisiana. There's 4 tornado warnings, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Whoa, I need to not do that. Let's not do that. Let's close out of that. Let's go to here. So there's 4. Guys, in the chat, please pray for the people who could have potentially just got hit by a tornado. There might be a tornado somewhere in here currently. But specifically this area. Right northeast of Plaisance, Louisiana. Right here, that would make sense. There is a potential tornado warning. Let's check reflectivity real quick. Yes, I agree. Let's pray that we should pray that nobody was hurt, because that could have really easily been a tornado right there. Yeah, you see that right there. There could be something right there. Really concerning. Let's see. The dual panel is kind of working out good tonight. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know if we have any current reports. Okay, this is good. I'm not seeing anything here. I'm not seeing anything. So we may be seeing brief tornadoes touching down right here. Is there storm reports or something? Or like data overlays that are like storm reports? Yes, there is storm reports. Let's go. Tornado. Wind damage. Let's not do wind damage. Let's just do tornado because that's really okay. There was no reports of a tornado, thankfully. So that means I mean there may have been, but nobody saw anything if there was because there's no current tornado reports popping up. They've still got it at radar indicated level, which doesn't make much sense to me since that really just like potentially was radar confirmed. Out here just to the west of Washington here. Not seeing much. I mean, this little speck here, but the main concern is, I mean, might be the first confirmed tornado, like actual on the ground tornado we've seen all night. I mean, there has been two actually in the past. Okay, we just got a new tornado warning. So right to the south of Crowley here. Okay, we might have a little bit of rotation here, moving right over Crowley, Louisiana. So I'm going to have to update the alert counter to 2 tornado warnings. Thankfully, there's only 2 tornado warnings and 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. So 2 tornado warnings. That's might be the lowest we had since I've started streaming. 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. Everything's starting to calm down, but except for the fact that we might have just had a tornado on the ground there. Let's check out this right here. That's a little bit concerning. We'll come back to that in a second. So we have obviously the dual paned radar. Thankfully, this rotation is finally starting to let up. And it's, well, actually, never mind. We're on the wrong radar side, aren't we? Hopefully, it's starting to let up, but it is not. Unfortunately, we might have another tornado here on our hands, as we have this area of debris signature. Because we have this area, as you can see, we have the inflow and the outflow area. So this is the inflow, and then this is the outflow. As you can see, they kind of like are rotating here. We have this area right over Washington. So if you're in Washington, Louisiana, please be careful. There might just be a tornado. Let's hope that it was just a little bit of debris from strong winds, but unfortunately that looked like a tornado. If we just, let's see, I'm going to sit here and wait for another scan because, let's go see if I can go back to that actually. Okay. So, we had this might have been where it was. Yeah, this might have been where it was, where we had this area right here. That might have been where the tornado was. Then the next frame, it kind of like fell apart. Then the next frame, and then now currently, so currently we have a potential tornado, only radar indicated, thankfully at this point. But we also do have this area of strong rotation. This could potentially be another tornado, unfortunately. See, 2 and 4, so 2 tornado warnings and 4 severe thunderstorm warnings here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, we might have another tornado. This could potentially be a tornado right now. This is really unfortunate. I'm going to try to keep the correlation coefficient, the dual pol tool up, because right in Maceland here, so right here, right here. Okay, this really aligns with about right here. So this would be exactly where a tornado would be expected. So this is really unfortunate. I honestly don't know what to say to this. I've never experienced something like this before. I mean, yeah, when I'm just tracking storms on my own, but not on a stream. So I honestly, because I'm not commentating storms when I'm by myself. But what just happened? Okay, I'm confused. Hopefully this is not another debris signature. I'm just waiting on the velocity to update, because if this aligns with just around this area, then we may have another tornado, or we may have this tornado continuing to be on the ground potentially. So this could have potentially been on the ground since, well, it could have been on the ground since way back here, and it could have just moved through Washington. Hopefully not. Our best hope is that this is all just high up in the storm, and our best hope is that this is not like anything crazy, but unfortunately I don't think that's the case. See, we have negative 53 mile an hour winds right next to, so this is close to 100 miles an hour gate to gate. This would be like 97 miles per hour gate to gate shear, which basically just means like the wind's blowing this way is like 53 miles per hour. The winds coming this way are potentially around 60 miles per hour. So this is probably, or around 50 miles per hour as well. So this is probably around 197 to 103 miles per hour gate to gate shear. This is obviously further up in this storm though, so hopefully this is just higher up in the storm. I think the timestamps are glitching because, yeah, the timestamps are glitching, but let's zoom out a little bit. So obviously I'm focusing on this one because we could have just had a tornado there. And the scan just updated again. Oh man. So whenever the velocity updates, we'll just have to see. This is probably a little bit of contamination as we get close to the edge of the radar here. Yeah, it is. So it's going to get harder to see. Let's see. But there's no closer radar, really. So this is the best view we've got. This is pretty concerning here. We have this right here, just north of this wildlife area. This is kind of matching up with this. So we might have just had a tornado, obviously. Let's check in on the other storms down here. This one in Crowley, we have a little bit of rotation near Rain, Louisiana, and then I'll have to check the Lake Charles radar site for them, though, because they are obviously closer. So, we have this area here. It's kind of weird. We might have a tornado here as well, right over Ebenezer. So there's quite a few areas we could potentially have a tornado. We might have one right in here somewhere. But there's nothing definitive at this point because there's also a lot of contamination in the area. So let's go back up towards let's see, yeah. Let's go back towards the Lake Charles radar site here. We might have another tornado potentially right over the wildlife park here or just to the west of it. This is my main area of focus because all this is just contamination. That's all just contamination. This is no good. Can't do anything with this data because it's just like probably picking up hail or something like that. But this right here is pretty concerning. We have an area all along here that could potentially be tornadic. Oh, the new scan came in. The rotation is tightening up and the new dual pulse scan also came in. So right to the west of Waxia. Let's see, just a few pixels south, yeah. There could be another area of potential tornadic activity in here. So what I'm thinking is this area here is just a hail spike. It's just where a lot of hail is falling and it's kind of interfering with the radar here. Because if we look at high resolution. Okay, well, yes, thank you, Jersey Devil. Please like and subscribe to if you want to receive these live streams, and I do pretty much daily updates except Sunday. So, but yeah, we have this area to the area here. Yeah, this is definitely a hail spike because we have this hail core here, and it's really interfering with the radar here, as you can see. Correlation coefficient. This basically just registers the size of the raindrops here. I'm gonna have to switch back to velocity. We might have a tornado again over Waxia, Louisiana, just to the southwest of Rideau Settlement or Rideau Settlement, or however you pronounce it, just to the southwest of that. Right near Thistle Thwaite Wildlife Management Area. Right near that area in Waxia. Oh no. Not again. We have this area of really tight rotation. And we have this area of potential debris signature. And you can kind of see what I'm pointing out here. There might be debris lofting up in the atmosphere. This is detecting like shingles, tree limbs, and everything like that that's flying up in the atmosphere from the potential tornado. So if you're in this area, like if someone happens to be in this area, in this tornado warning, please take shelter. This is not one of those scenarios where, well, you should never be really reluctant about taking shelter, but this is not one of those scenarios here where you should do that, especially because there might be a tornado. It's still considered radar indicated somehow. Let's check up on the alert amount. 3 to 4, so 3 tornado warnings. So let's check up on the other tornado warnings here. Nothing too interesting happening here. Let's mainly look up here. Okay. Yeah, not seeing anything much. The northernmost tornado warning is actually the most concerning at this point. So, what is that? Let's see. That's a really big drop in CC, correlation coefficient. Let's see, it's right there, so it's fixing to move out of this. Okay, this is a really, really tight couplet. Excuse me. We have this notch here. And in this area, we also have that, so that lines up there. Let's wait for the CC update. Maybe if it updates. It might not. So, this area in Louisiana potentially dealing with tornadic storms, obviously. Very concerned about that. So this area in here, we see what just happened here. We got the new scan. This is right to the east by about that much. Okay, this does line up. I gotta say. This area of rotation and this area of drop CC does line up. I have to say that. This is still a potential tornado on the ground. We might have a tornado on the ground at this point. I'm surprised the Weather Service didn't call it actually like confirmed tornado at that point. This might be one of the strongest tornadoes signatures, not on the ground, but this might be one of the strongest like velocity signatures I've ever seen. Right here, except for maybe one. There was one. I have it in my screenshots on my computer, but it's like really crazy velocity or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. So if you just tuned in, we're doing a severe weather coverage, obviously, for Louisiana mostly because this area is experiencing really tornadic storms right now. The storms are really intensifying just to the south of Palmetto. This is in the exact vicinity. So there's a potential tornado ongoing if you haven't seen already. Let me see if I can pull something up. I know I'm going to have to black this screen out to do this because it's like there might be copyrighted stuff pop up, but I'm going to look up the Louisiana Department of Transportation here, their website, and see if I can like get like a map. Okay, a map. Geographic info. Let's see. I'm not sure. National Iowa System Interactive. Okay, so I'm still on, by the way. I'm still on here. You've got cameras. Let's see. Hopefully I can pull up cameras at least. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up Louisiana traffic cameras. Map of traffic cameras here. So this potential tornado is just to the southeast of Palmetto. So Palmetto. Palmetto, Louisiana. Okay, I'm trying to find it here. I'm sorry, it's taken a while. Do they have any cameras near Palmetto? They don't have any cameras near this area, unfortunately. Okay, so they don't have any cameras near that area. But, okay, I'm coming back on here. We do have another potential tornado just to the southwest of this wildlife. Yeah, look at that. Right there. Right in that couplet. This obvious rotation couplet here. I think there is still a tornado warning out for. Hopefully there is, because this is. They did not upgrade it to. They did not upgrade it to radar confirmed yet. I have no clue what radar site I just clicked onto. But yeah. I must say this is quite the storm. So, please stick around. The stream will resume shortly. Alrighty. I apologize for that. I am back, and this is the first thing I'm coming back to here. So immediately I noticed this near Swayze Lake. Could be a tornado here, probably is, and they did extend it. It is radar indicated. It is moving east at 40 miles per hour. So So I gotta edit a few things here about the alert count and everything. Let's see, 5 tornado warnings. Four severe thunderstorm warnings. Yep, still the same. 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Baton Rouge here. Okay. Down to the southeast. Let's see. Okay, this is good. This is good. It's kind of starting to lift off to the left of, or to the left, to the west of Melville. Although there is still extreme vortex signature here. Still an extreme vortex signature here. And then we have this just to the southeast of Half Moon. Although I think this might be contamination. We might be moving into that contamination zone. It's going to be hard to see with CC right here. But there might be a tornado over Melville. Hopefully not, but... this right here, just to the southeast of each railroad, this right here could be associated with that, reflectivity here. Oh, a new scan is brought in, and I do think that this is becoming less intense and less concerning, though you should still take the warning seriously. Of course, always take warning seriously. This is interesting. Just southeast of the White Lake Wetlands State Conservation Area. High res velocity. Just to, oh wow. Okay, we have 2 areas of interest. The north one is probably going to be producing this debris signature here, just to the west here. Just to the west here, right somewhere in here. So right somewhere in here is where we're going to be seeing that, potentially right in there. So obviously that area right there is potentially a tornado. This is, let's see, this is right near White Lake, to the northeast of White Lake. Let's see if I can get that on the traffic cams pulled up here. Let's see, this was White Lake. Okay, this was not far north from the coastline at all. White Lake. It does, honestly, why, oh, what, wait. Okay, they don't have any traffic cams here. I'm probably going to end the stream at around 10:30 because nothing really new is happening. Nothing crazy, honestly, is happening anymore like that potential tornado we saw. Let's change over radar sites at this point. See what it shows. This is pretty interesting. Just to the west of Melville. Let's see if they have any cams up here in Melville. Block that, obviously. Okay. Melville, Louisiana. Do they have any cams? They don't. Okay, they don't have cams. I guess, unless there's cams in here. That's not cameras. Yeah, that's not cameras. Those are incidents. Let's uncheck everything. Okay, except weather reports and everything like that. And traffic cams, which unfortunately a lot of times they don't have these traffic cams here. What is that? I'm not seeing really much going on. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. So, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for whoever all tuned in. Um, well, I guess I'll see you guys sometime, probably Monday, because I probably won't be able to go live tomorrow. So I will see you guys sometime else.